Warning! We are about to spoil The Bird with the Crystal Plumage from 1970. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, or you just don't care, then please stick around.
Hey, can you just unlock the door? I don't think I'm breaking this thing down anytime soon. It's just kind of screaming over there anyway.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Cinema Roulette. All right, this is the last movie on the director's wheel today, and we are back at it for some giallo fun, question mark? I don't know.
The first giallo, some may say.
Yeah, it's the one that kind of like started the whole craze, and it was Dario Argento's first directed movie.
I thought you were just gonna segue right into it. It would have been
Are we
nice,
gonna do that?
seamless.
Do you want?
But here we are.
I just didn't know if there was any more banter you want to do.
I mean, no, I don't got anything.
All right, well, hey, that's fine because we're about to talk about The Bird with the Crystal Plumage.
Yeah, it's got enough silence, I think.
Yeah, I think that's got enough silence. Wonderful silence. I know silence. You don't have to be so judgmental. I know. But
I will say one of the another idea for the opening joke this episode that I was thinking was just you basically trying to call me over like, hey, we gotta do the episode. Oh, I thought we already recorded Chicken with Plums. No, the other movie we have to cover.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we watched another movie.
Oh yeah. I think that might be just a bit too harsh, but yeah. Needless to say, neither of us are really huge fans of this movie, though it's one that I respect in a sense.
I liked it better when the movie was called Tenebrae, but that's me.
Tenebrae is just basically a better variation of this idea.
Yeah. Or hold on, if I can do one more backhand compliment before I will start being more fair.
Oh no, please do. Get it all out, man.
This is a really nice reminder movie because, we watch stuff like Lupin and Castle of Cagliostro or Perfect Blue, seeing directors first times out and they were these amazing movies. And then we get something like this where it's like, oh, thank God you can make a bad first movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it's good to know that like not all directors have made gold throughout their entire career. But it's interesting because this is a movie, and we'll probably delve more into this later, that still has some Dario Argento isms, but you can tell he was still trying to find his footing and style.
Yeah, he was definitely still learning.
Yeah, but overall, interesting first effort.
Editing is weird.
Yeah.
I will try my best. I think I am lower on the respect totem than you are with this movie.
That's 100% fair. Like, I can see him starting to grow as a director, and I can respect it for, at least in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is like I respect it for bringing the giallo genre and like it's starting it there, but it is very much a starting point. It's not really a good giallo. Which, but controversial.
Let's go ahead and
yeah, because a lot of people really do like this movie and cited among one of his best, but yeah, let's get into it first.
If someone told me this was their favorite from Argento, I would think they are a very boring person.
Right.
If it's in your top 3, fine, but if it's your number 1...
Yeah.
What's that meme where it's like I think it's Ryan Gosling where he's giving kind of a smile and sunglasses like, is it though?
Yeah.
But we open with how many other gallows will open, and a stalker wearing some spooky black gloves.
Yep. Something that Argento would continue to do throughout his career. Quick fun fact, real quick: Mario Bava was actually the person that originally did the black gloves in Blood and Black Lace.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, we have a writer. His name is Sam. Sam is in Rome with his English model girlfriend.
Of course.
But he just signed a deal and he's out here to overcome some writer's block. He's walking home from the deal. You know, you walk past a nice art gallery, you see someone getting murdered. Wait a sec.
Hold on a moment. Uno momento.
So he runs over and sees dude, someone. It may or may not be a dude. It's, in this case, it is.
It totally is.
But some dude in all black runs as the woman is stabbed in the stomach. And she walks toward, like, the whole front of this building is big glass doors, but there's two of them. Sam goes through the first pair, and then the killer who ran off hit the locks on the door, so he's locked inside the box as the woman is bleeding out, and he can't get in. So Sam's trapped there, but luckily there's another passerby, and he's like, "Go get the cops!" And after paramiming it through the glass because the dude couldn't hear, but also I guess doesn't see the bleeding out woman right behind him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only glass; it's hard to see through.
Didn't they say the guy was blind later, or am I confusing that with something else?
I think that's something else.
Yeah, okay.
Well, then how would he have seen Sam if he couldn't hear him?
That is true. Yeah, because it was established. Yeah. Moving on.
Moving right along. Either way, the cops show up. The woman is going to survive. Her husband shows up, and he is the owner of this gallery. And he's like, "Oh no, my wife." Very sad.
Yes.
The cops, however, are very curious about Sam because he's a foreigner. He was the only one at the scene, so they question him all night. And he's like, "I didn't fucking kill the woman. How do you think I even got in there?"
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a flight tomorrow morning. I gotta go. And the cop's like, "Okay, but first, let me see your passport real quick."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, here's your passport. Shoves it in his desk. "Well, now it seems you can't make your flight." So they're just going to keep Sam around for a bit, so in case he is the serial killer, because they also mentioned that these killings have been happening. There's 3 other dead bodies before this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the woman who was stabbed is named Monica.
She's gonna be in the hospital for a little bit.
She's going to be out of the movie for a while, which,
Yeah.
you know, in mysteries, who cares if there's one character that's introduced and then disappears? Doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But yeah, cops finish questioning him. Sam walks home, and while he's walking home, someone swings an axe at him.
Yep.
Instead of going right back to the cops to explain, "Hey, someone just tried to fucking kill me," he goes back to his oddly nice hotel apartment with his model girlfriend.
Yeah, and it's pretty spacious in there too. Like,
It's a nice place. I mean, it doesn't look like a super great building,
Yeah.
but it could be worse.
exactly.
Sam explains the night's events to his girlfriend. They fuck. He thinks about the murder some more, but because he feels like he's missing something. Also, that's why the cops are keeping him, because he couldn't recall much since it was in a dark building and he was across the street.
Yeah. But he just feels like something is off about the way they were moving or something.
Yeah, and Sam keeps having visions that I'm sure will be plot convenient when they're needed.
Yeah.
Monica is back home with the hold on, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that thought.
Monica's back home with someone.
Monica gets to go back home. She's out of the hospital. Sam also sees a lineup of possible attackers, and oddly enough, I don't know if that counts as progressive when they have a trans person there.
Yeah, because they make a joke about like the language. It's like, no, we're talking about like those they go with the trans, not the like sickos or something. It's a weird joke.
It's weirdly like it's backhanded
Yeah,
progressiveness.
it feels a bit backhanded. I mean, I know this was 1970, and we know that Argento himself was a pretty progressive person, but I think like social pressures at the time, they probably couldn't like do too much with it, you know.
Yeah. This isn't important to the plot. It's just an
It's
odd scene.
just
I wanted to bring it up.
weird. Yeah, it's worth mentioning.
Um, the the killer we see from killer POV that they have a new target. Sam also investigates where the first murder was because for some reason this tourist is allowed to do
Yeah.
investigations.
Yeah, it's weird the police just kind of casually work with him. Like, yeah, come along, let's go. We'll just take you down to the station, show you, just explain our entire investigation to you.
Even though we think you might be the killer.
Yeah.
And at this murder site there is this creepy painting. So Sam gets a copy of it. It's like a beautiful park, but there's a figure in black on top of a woman slitting her throat or stabbing her or something.
Yeah, and there's a pool of blood around, and the girlfriend remarks about how uncomfortable it makes her feel.
Yeah, he brings it up and just hangs it up in the apartment,
Yeah.
which again, they're renting. They were going to go home the next day.
Exactly. Like,
But whatever, sure, fine. We also see the killer kill a victim who totally had no chance to fight back while lying in bed. Well, I'd make commentary, but we'll get to it because this is a main issue of the movie.
yeah, we'll get to, we'll put a pin in that.
Monica does talk to Sam and thanks him. It's like, yeah, thanks for helping. He also talks to a pimp because it has something to do with the second murder. This doesn't go much of anywhere. The killer does call up Sam, and luckily Sam records this phone call. And it's like, get the fuck out, stop investigating. Usual killer speak.
Yeah.
Sam is deciding that, like, you know what? Let's go. It's time to leave town. Just a few more things to wrap up. He even talks to a friend who's like an audio professor and talks about the tape, and there's a weird sound in the phone call. So the friend takes the tapes to go investigate further. Sam, however, learns about who painted that weird creepy painting from the first murder site, goes and meets with them, and the painter lives alone in the middle of nowhere in a shack where he eats stray cats.
Yep, and this will never be brought up again.
Sure. The whole reason for this scene, besides that weirdness, is he admits that he made the painting while watching someone actually get attacked in a park.
Yeah, it was like it waited, like, get his trauma out or something.
I'm sure it was painted later then,
yeah.
But I'm just imagining he was painting the park and then all of a sudden sees the bird going down. It's like, well, I gotta paint this real quick. They keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, okay.
But also, while Sam is out with this painter in the middle of nowhere, the killer comes for his girlfriend, and they cut the phone lines, and then she runs into the apartment, and there are 3 locks on the door. It's a big ass wooden door. She puts a cover, like a dresser in front of it, and the killer has a kitchen knife. So obviously she sits there panicking the entire time as the killer gets so far as to make a hole big enough for their eyes.
It takes so long.
It's so long. The killer is not even close to getting through here, but Sam comes back, so the killer runs off. All of a sudden, Sam's friend gets back to him and is like, hey, there's a bird on this tape. A bird with a crystal plumage, if you will.
Ba, ba, ba. Yeah.
And there's only 2 of those birds that exist.
At least in captivity, yeah. They're like only found in the wild in a country that's on the other side of the world, but there's only like 2 of them in the whole country.
And it turns out one of them is in Rome. So they go to the zoo and they find the bird, and the bird is like, yeah, I'm a bird. But if someone heard that bird, they would have to be close enough. So close that they're in an apartment across the street, 3 floors up, which somehow heard this one bird.
Yeah.
And it turns out Monica and her husband live in an apartment just along the way. And while they're realizing that the apartment is so close, because Sam had gone there to try and check on Monica before, suddenly they hear a scream and they run upstairs, and the husband is about to stab old Monica.
Oh no.
Fight ensues. Monica flees, but the husband gets knocked back and hanging off the window ledge. They try to help him up, but he falls and he says like, "Oh," he also admitted to the murders while he was hanging. He's like, "Yeah, I did all the murders. Just get me the fuck up, please."
Yeah.
However, he falls. But Sam looks for his girlfriend Julia and is like, "Wait, where the fuck did Julia go?" Eventually tracks her down, and he finds Julia bound up and gagged, and he turns around to see Monica in the black raincoat laughing hysterically. Then plot convenient memory pops in.
Yep.
Yeah, Sam wasn't seeing the killer trying to stab Monica. Monica was trying to stab the dude in the coat.
Uh-huh. So it turns out
But
that the person he thought was the victim was actually the perpetrator. That's the big twist.
that's a big twist. It was she was trying to kill her husband. And then the husband decided not to tell the police his wife tried to fucking murder him.
Yeah.
Either way, a fight ensues. They fight some more. Monica is about to kill Sam because they make it all the way back to the art museum or art gallery. About to kill Sam, however, luckily Julia escaped her bounds, got the cops' attention, and the cops arrest her and send Monica back to a mental asylum.
Yep.
Then we get 10 minutes of
just basically
we get 10 minutes of exposition.
It's just an exposition dump. Yeah, let's not drag that out. It's just that's all it is.
Well, here is the reason. Monica was the woman attacked in the photo, so when she saw the painting, it brought back traumatic memories, but instead she related to the killer instead of the victim, which made her go crazy and start killing people. And the husband also had a mental break and was helping her at some point. Movie ends.
Yeah, they're basically trying to like do the Psycho ending where they're explaining the thing except bad.
Yeah,
I mean that's what that is, because I know like he said he took inspiration from a lot of Hitchcock movies for this. I think specifically The Girl Who Knew Too Much, I think it was called.
You mean The Man Who Knew Too Much?
Oh no, sorry. A Girl Who Knew Too Much was Mario Bava's, one of Mario Bava's films. Sorry, that was a different point I was going to make. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just Hitchcock in general, but yeah, that was Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I think we should start with at least I will start with the good, and then we can transition into that, because I just want to at least say the like one of the like the things about like the reasons why I respect the movie, basically.
Yeah, go for it.
Because like yeah, it's it basically kickstarted the whole genre of the movie. While there were like hints of it back with Mario Bava's Girl Who Knew Too Much and like the aforementioned Blood and Black Lace, Bird with the Crystal Plumage was the first giallo to actually achieve significant commercial and critical success, and it actually spawned a brief fad for gialli with similar titles involved like Black Belly of the Tarantula, Iguana with Tongue of Fire, and Don't Torture a Duckling. Those were all like kind of capitalizing on the success of this movie. And Argento kind of
weird names.
Yeah, I know. And Argento kind of rode on the success of it too, because this was the first of his his Animals trilogy, I guess it's called, which is Bird with the Crystal Plumage, The Cat o' Nine Tails, and Four Flies on Grey Velvet. But yeah, it's interesting. And I guess before we get into like the bad, I will say the cinematography is actually really good, and some of the transitions are really nice. Like when he's talking and that like zooms out to him in the police office. That's just a good way to move it along. Or when they like zoom in on the photo and then it turns to color and then pulls out and they're in like the location. Like there's some good things about it, and the acting's pretty good. And fun fact, the guy who played the lead, he actually did his own dubbing for the English dub in the movie.
You can really tell.
Yeah, so that's why it looks way more natural than like say the detective who has like an odd dubbing voice. Like
a clear ADR.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, most of the movie was shot actually in English or with scenes that were silent intended to be dubbed later, and like pretty much all the dialogue was ADR'd. So it was kind of shot with an English market in mind.
Yeah, to not be completely mean, the reason this is going to sound a lot more tearing into is we have learned so much on horror since even Argento grew so much as an artist since this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it took him a little while to actually find his footing completely because like I said, I think the Animals trilogy in my opinion is overall pretty weak. Like Bird with the Crystal Plumage is probably like the best of them because Cat of Nine, because I think the first half of Bird with the Crystal Plumage is okay until they give him back his passport, and then like he just has no reason to be there. But Cat of Nine Tails is a bit worse, and that has an interesting opening and premise, and then I feel the plot just doesn't really do anything with it after that, and then it leads to an even weaker ending. And then Four Flies on Grey Velvet I just overall found kind of boring, if memory serves. So it wasn't until Deep Red, in my opinion, they really found his footing. But it's a good movie to watch just to appreciate how far not only like he came as an artist, but how far the genre came since then, you know?
Yeah. Like, I can understand people liking this movie, especially at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, we are, what is it, like almost 50 years in the future?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've done better movies since then. We've learned a lot from this.
Yeah, exactly. So like yeah, and it's just in hindsight. I mean, the movie does have its issues. So technical wise, it's fine, but man, the plot is really, really what kills this movie.
Yeah, because there are such leaps in logic, and also there's just not a lot of the best way I can put it is there's not a lot of filling.
Yeah.
They're set up, but there's nothing cohesive really connecting things.
Exactly. Like he had these ideas and set pieces in mind. Like, cause like certain set pieces are good. Cause like the opening set piece in the art museum is very well shot. It's shot like a giallo, you know, and you got the black glove, and there's just sequences that are okay. Like the chase sequence with the guns, like the shootout with the yellow jacket guy where it has the window shot, and like there's just some good flourishes here and there, but like just overall the glue, you know, the script, the main thing holding it together is just not there.
I completely forgot to mention Raincoat Guy.
Yeah. He tries to get assassinated, but then he gets away and he chases after him like a dumbass. And it's just little stuff like that. Like there's decisions the main character makes that just don't make sense.
Well, there's one main decision the main character makes that doesn't make sense. It kind of the main problem with the movie.
Yeah.
He has no reason to be there once he is given the passport back.
Yeah. I don't know if that just wasn't thought through, but like he needed a much better reason to be there, or at least a more personal involvement, because he gave him his passport back. And then, like, he has literally no obligation to be there. He can just fuck off and go home. He can let the cops find the killer. It's not like they don't stand a chance without him, I don't think. But
I mean, they don't stand a chance. They're horror movie cops.
yeah, that's also true. But still, not his issue anymore. Technically, even the killer calls him and says, "Hey, buddy, you should really fuck off and get on that plane, or else I'm gonna kill your girlfriend."
It's like, and just, it might be lightly unfair, but to compare Tenebrae, the author in that movie wrote murder mysteries. Like,
Yeah.
even if you take out the murderer in that movie was killing based off of his books.
Yeah.
It's still sort of a castle situation where he had some insight. He's looked into this sort of thing. Here we don't even know what Sam writes. We just know he's a writer.
Exactly. We know he's an author and he has sold books and he talks to his publicist a bit, and that's it. There's like not much given to his backstory or why he's there, or really like his personality. Like there's nothing to hint that he's like, oh, just inherently really curious and like he just wants to solve mysteries or anything like that. No, it's just he's there and he wants to do it because he's putting it together, and that's it.
That's it. And this also kind of goes into the killer too of that reasoning is so lame.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the twist being pretty fucking weak in this movie. And it's like one of those things where, okay, well, after they caught the guy and they killed him, where else could it have possibly gone at that point? You know, where else could a plot have gone? You can see when he's wandering around saying, going, and the movie's still going. It's like, yeah, there has to be a better reason. Again, done much better in Tenebrae.
And I will give it this, the twist of like,
Yeah.
he missaw who the actual victim was.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah, that's an interesting setup. It's just...
However, there is no explanation on why the husband doesn't just go right to the cops and say, yeah, no, she tried to stab me.
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be a perfect out. Like...
Unless he was involved in the murders at that point and they were just bitter over who was doing more killing, I guess?
Something like that, but again, you needed to explain that more, or at least hint at it. Like, you can't just say, oh, they're crazy, that's the excuse.
And we try to do episodes like 2 or 3 days after we watch a movie, or the next day if our schedules are lining up enough. It has been a week, and during that time, it feels rude, but I thought of a better setup for this movie.
Oh yeah, please, pray tell with that.
So get the same sort of opening, but Sam isn't the main character. Instead, follow Monica, and then the audience is thinking for the time that it's her husband. And then you have that tension of like, who's who, as you're just stuck in this apartment while she's healing.
Exactly. That would actually be really fucking interesting. Yeah, like just cut out the author plot entirely. Cut out that character and subplot, or not subplot, but that half of the plot entirely. It'd be a good pot boiler.
And then the twist of her being the killer is also kind of fun.
It is, yeah, where like she's all scared and healing and weird, but then she goes crazy, and it's that'd be actually make for a good reveal. There you go. See?
And then it even gives you rewatchability, because then you can double guess what her reactions were.
And as a director and writer, you could add little hints in there that you might glance over the first time. Yeah, exactly. There you go. We've already fixed the movie.
There's one way to kind of do this better. The other way is just give Sam any fucking reason to stay.
Yeah, exactly. So
maybe have the killer kidnap his girlfriend earlier.
Have him not just threaten to kill her and then like pathetically try to break in. Yeah, actually have her kidnapped, and then there's an actual threat, a reason to stay around. That'd be more tense.
This segues in of, not to blame the victims here, but good God, can you people fight back a little harder?
I know, right? Oh, there are so many scenes in this movie where like there's literally one of the early kills is where he pushes a woman on a bed and starts like slowly cutting her clothes and stuff. But she's not tied, she's not staying, or she's just there with her arms up screaming like,
no, it's not up screaming. She's holding the blanket for some reason, and also slept like a psychopath with her door wide open.
I know,
just saying,
right? Like, yeah, and she's not even like attempting to fight back. She's kind of laying there, letting him cut her clothes. It's weird. Like you said, not to victim blame, but like no one does literally anything. They just go into a straight on panic attack.
Yeah, like, I understand she can't win this fight. Yeah. It's the first real kill of the movie, but...
Like, fight back just
the fuck on.
There was, like, zero resistance.
Even was it Tenebrae that had the lesbians?
Yes.
Even the lesbians in Tenebrae fought back a bit more than this.
Exactly.
And also there's Julia when she's attacked, and again, locks the door 3 ways, puts a dresser in front of it. The killer has a kitchen knife to get through a wooden door that is probably I'd say 6 inches thick.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple inches thick at least. Like, and this isn't like plywood. This is like hardwood door.
Yeah, like old building hardwood.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't get out because the windows are barred or locked, but
Mm-hmm.
you got time. You could go take a nap, and
Yeah.
they still won't be through that door.
And then guess what? Someone runs by and's like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's taking so long." So the killer and the victim are both idiots in this case. Like, she had like minutes to go to the kitchen and arm herself. Instead, she just like in the corner in the bathroom, screaming, 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 screaming. Kind of hobbles out the kitchen, screaming, screaming, screaming. Lays on there, and then finally thinks, "Oh yeah."
Lays in the center
Yeah.
room, just oh god, the killer.
And then finally, oh wait, the kitchen's over there. I could grab a knife. Like, and granted, she does actually arm herself eventually, which is more than any of the other victims did, but still, like, took your sweet ass time.
I wanted the. This would never happen because a spoof movie has to stay modern. But I
Yeah.
want the spoof version of this where she's panicking, but then you see time lapse and she starts playing like Sudoku with herself.
Exactly. Like, she's still screaming.
But it's getting more tired. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like some scary movie shit, right?
so scary. Ooh. And you hear the killer just
Yeah.
panting, like,
Yeah. You just hear thud, like him passing out or something.
that's how the killer's caught.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sorry, on Letterboxd here, the tagline for the movie is "All the screaming in the world won't help." I mean, technically, you're right.
Yeah, technically. But oh gosh, yeah, it's a movie that just has so many glaring issues with the plot and the way characters act and behave. Like you said, just the leaps in logic are just ludicrous.
Yeah. Also, the bird, like I made fun of in the summary. The bird is somehow heard over the phone, even though it's in an apartment across the street, 3 floors up.
Yeah, somehow the phone was able to pick that up.
It's kind of infuriating when covering movies like this where it's just dull.
Yeah, it is just kind of dull. It's just that's the unfortunate thing. It's just kind of a boring movie for the most part that has some like interesting spots here and there, but overall as a whole is just kind of overall not really worth your time.
Yeah, it's the setup of a good story. Like it's a good outline for a murder mystery, but they forgot to add in the characters or logic. There's if you've ever taken a story writing or screenwriting class, you've probably seen the clip with the creators of South Park, where they say for a story, you should never say, and this happens.
Yeah.
It should be but or therefore.
Yeah. Was that Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this movie is just Sam goes here, and then the killer gets this woman.
Yeah.
And then
it really does feel like just bullet points with the plot, doesn't it?
Yeah, the only reason anything happens is because Sam decides to record a phone call, and he just so happens to know a guy who can edit audio and picked up the bird noise.
Yep.
Nothing feels like it progresses because of the character's actions. It's just things are happening and Sam is here.
Exactly. We just kind of go along with it and it happens. There's no twists, there's no like plot points. There's just there's not much intrigue. The plot just kind of progresses. Like the plot needed like way more time to like either be rewritten or just like cuz it has like we said some good ideas, but overall it just needed like something more to it. It just felt very straightforward, very by the numbers basically. It's just your like a very not even average, I'd say below average giallo.
Actually, I'm now thinking just like Sam isn't even the one that gives the explanation of why the wife was
Yeah.
murdering people, even though he did get most of the information on like
Yeah.
the painting and stuff. It's some TV personality. So even then,
Yeah.
Sam had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. It just feels like our main character that we're following around like just isn't really involved even though he is. It's a weird movie.
Yeah. Oh, also, why was he doing more investigating than the police? The police are
Yeah.
like, "Did you get any leads?
Yeah,
Isn't that your fucking job?"
What the fuck are you asking me for? Yeah, exactly. Like, I know these are horror movie police, but even by those standards, they don't really do anything.
Even by those standards, this is bad. It's like,
Yeah.
oh right, we were supposed to be investigating those murders.
Yeah. I think the bumbling cops from Last House on the Left would do a better job.
Oh, which fucking Halloween is it where it has the cops with clown noises?
Oh, I forget.
It's 5 or 6. I forget.
Yeah.
It was when they started putting in the curse bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, is that about it?
Yeah, just overall kind of disappointing movie.
Yeah, overall just disappointing and kind of weak. Yeah. And the bird with the crystal plumage isn't even crystal, it's gray. 0 out of 10.
It is a very gray bird. That's the more confusing bit.
Yeah, I think it's even the bird itself. I had the name just pulled up, but it disappeared for some reason.
It's the bird with the crystal plumage.
Yeah, oh, of course, yeah. The gray something. The gray crowned crane.
Okay.
The bird with the crystal plumage. Yep. Anyway, yeah, but how would we rate this with our usual rating system? If you'd like to explain.
Oh, of course. I almost forgot.
Ah.
Yes, since we always have to rate every movie we talk about and always use the same system. Cameron, if you reached into this movie and pulled out its heart and soul manifest as a physical object, what would it be?
Probably I'd say a table. A very well polished table. Granted, not like the best, but still just a table. Nothing exciting. Just kind of bland and boring, you know?
Fair enough. I think it would be the ingredients of a cake.
Ah.
While, yes, it could make a delicious cake, since they're only on their own at the moment, it's not much.
Is that it? Or
Anyway, it's just not much.
Yes.
I mean, have you ever ate the ingredients to a cake?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, no.
There needed more effort in order to make it fully flavorful.
Exactly. No, I was going to say I really like that one with our usual rating system. But yeah.
Our usual rating system.
But yeah, it's time now, I think, for the whole point of the show.
The whole thing, the whole gimmick.
Woo!
I guess one last thing on Crystal Plumage.
Yeah.
It also feels like there's just no message here either. It's just a murder mystery.
Yeah, it's not there to be like outright horror. It's not even much of a horror movie. It's just more of a thriller, I'd say.
Yeah.
But
there's not enough dread to make it a horror movie.
Exactly.
But anyway, as Cameron said earlier in the episode, we are done with Director's Wheel for now. Instead, we are back to the Sellout Wheel. Or the Series Wheel. Whatever I decide to call it at the end of the episode. We have a bunch of series still on here. No longer have Alien on there, though.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
And on it, we spin... And then we cover the sequel of a series you probably know of, and then you can share episodes a lot easier. Like Mad Max Fury Road, a movie I know all of you have seen, yet it's still somehow viewed less than the weird, obscure South Korean movie we covered. I don't know what this means.
It's just the way it works, man.
Also, Mission Impossible is back on the wheel because we will be covering 7 and 8. But remember, we are having a cutoff of anything after 2025, mainly as a reason not to cover Scream 7, but also
Yeah.
in case Predator keeps getting like 3 movies a year.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm excited for the 2 that we're going to review. That's awesome. So.
I'm interested to rewatch Mission Impossible 8. I didn't hate it, but it
Yeah.
was
Like I said,
lesser.
yeah, I'd agree.
But anyway, it is time to spin the wheel.
Ahem.
Wheel.
Ahem.
Yay!
Hey.
We get to go back to Lupin the Third.
Yeah! Fuma conspiracy!
We got to use art by Moose. We got an artist to do a Lupin background. You'll see it next episode on the YouTube version.
Yes.
Or I guess it'll still be a thumbnail on the audio version.
Yeah, exactly. So excited to show that. And absolutely excited for more Lupin the Third.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was going to say I'd be down for this, either like Lupin or Bond or something, because Bond we get Thunderball, and Thunderball's great.
Mad Max, we have Furiosa.
Yes, and I'm excited for that too. And that one I'm excited for because I've seen it and you have not. So
It's true.
yeah.
Oh, we didn't say that for Crystal Plumage. We both had seen it before the episode, technically.
We had. So there you go.
I really hope to like it more the second time through, and then it was like, no, actually, this is worse.
Not really. Yeah, not really. But anyway, see you guys.
See you next time when we cover Lupin the Third.